Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapring Chronicles. We're coming back at you with another Ratchet video. This time, something again from Amazon. This is the Titan 1/4 inch 90 tooth micro ratchet. Pretty popular, pretty familiar ratchet. I never got one. I got it recently to check out. It's pretty small. Overall, it says 4 inches. Lifetime warranty. Have no idea how to warranty this. I would think it would probably be, you would call the number here and find out some information. It's probably gonna tell you to jump through some hoops to warranty it out. Made in Taiwan. So this is a Taiwan ratchet. The price for this is $16. And don't wait for it to be on sale, because it's never going to be on sale. I think it's been $16 for like the last 5 years. It hasn't changed. I haven't seen this for less than $16 in years. The model number is 11313. Yeah, and to open this up, I guess for people who often question how to open these up, there are two tabs. You see there's a little like cutter symbol with arrows showing you what you should cut. So they're like two little solid tabs on each side, and you would just get your cutter and slice one side, and then I already did it, and slice the other side, and then that gives it some leeway to open up the plastic, and then this just comes out, and you just put this away somewhere. You can throw that out if you want. And this is the ratchet. For some reason it came all coated with grease on that plastic hanger. So yeah, never seen that before. Usually they're pretty dry around where the hanger holds on to the anvil here, but yeah, this one just came full of grease. This is a swivel design. Has a screw there with a hex opening on both sides, and if you wanted to take that apart, I'm not going to take that apart today. It's black. This comes in different coatings. I think I saw a silver. There might be a couple of other ones, green or something like that. The handle, the size, just to make sure, it is around 4 inches from the top to the bottom. And the knurling here on this part, like the bottom part doesn't have much knurling or any knurling, but this top part here, it's a pretty aggressive knurling there, and it looks well done also. So not sloppy at all, and it's a good grip. I guess this is for like the twist, like when you want to use it for a screwdriver type of action. When you put the anvil straight up like that, you can just use it as a screwdriver type of tool. So the knurling, I guess, comes in handy for that. And so let's just open it up. It's a 1/4 inch, I think. Did I mention that? Here's the ball detent. Looks pretty well centered there. Looks pretty nice. This takes a 2mm hex key. So, and let me switch it so it's locked in the direction that I want to unscrew the screw in, and be a little bit careful because it has a spring underneath on the switch, and you don't want anything to pop out on you. Here's the screw. It has a little bit of blue Loctite there on the threads, and here is the switch. And remember, there's a spring underneath here, and you don't want to lose it or for it to pop out. And there we go. And as you can see, it's a heart spring mechanism. There's a lot of grease in there. There's a good amount of grease. Here is the switch. Let me just grab a napkin real quick. Put this over here. And this you can just pull out from the anvil, and the whole mechanism should come off. Here is the spring, the small heart spring. That's what that looks like. Has two prongs that go into the hole of the paw here, a small tiny paw. And here is the mechanism. Let me just scoop up some of this grease real quick so you can see it better. I usually do this beforehand, but I just wanted you guys to see how it actually comes out, like straight when you first open it up. But here's a little bit better. This is the housing for the mechanism. It's all one piece there. The paw just slides on this part here. And let me just give the paw a quick wipe down. Get most of it off here. Okay, the paw is tiny. It's 90 tooth, and I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, maybe 20 teeth or more on this this paw. That's the back. The back has a slight edge on it at the bottom there. And over here it has S90, I guess that's the tooth number, and it has TS on this side here. And that's the paw. The paw looks like it's well done. I mean, the teeth look all uniform and well cut. Pretty good. And what else? And the switch, which not much to see here. It's just a round switch, and it has a little protrusion there. Right here. It's this protrusion, and that hooks onto the bottom of the heart spring. And when you switch it back and forth, it kind of switches the paw that's connected to the heart spring to one side or another to engage what side you want to use it on. And here is the head with the teeth on, pretty much just a cylinder, and it's held in place by some screws there. And 90 teeth, and it's full of grease, but the teeth look good, and it ratchets really nice. I guess the grease helps. It's pretty quiet when it ratchets. It's not very clicky. I guess all that grease in there helps dampen all that ratcheting noise. I'm not a fan of grease like that in these tiny teeth ratchets. I think I might clean this up before or after this video. I don't want to take too much time showing just the cleanup. Okay, this goes in a particular direction because you see there's a lip there on this side of the head, and on the back it's flat. It doesn't have that little edge cut out there. So to put this all together, I think that's where the switch goes. Let me see. Yeah, that's where the switch sits. So the switch is where that cutout is. Okay, just take your body, put it back into the head, and take your paw with the letters facing out, which is how they came out, with those letters like that. And now take your 2 prongs of your spring and get them into the hole there. Let me get my tweezers. They might help. Okay. Okay, it's gonna look something like that with both prongs in the hole. Now you take, this is the trickier part, you take that little prong that's sticking out there, and you're gonna get it inside the bottom of the heart spring and kind of pull it down a little bit so you can slip it. So you can slip the switch in there, kind of like that, and hopefully that caught. Take your screw, you want to hold it down this whole time to make sure that spring stays caught. You screw it, screw your screw down, screw it pretty much all the way down. Don't crank on it, but make sure it bottoms out. And guess what? The spring did not catch. That's okay. And you just take it back out. Take your screw back out and your switch, and you try again. Let me see if I feel it. Yeah, that feels better. Let's see how it does again. Hopefully I caught it. Okay, there we go. And it's switching. And you can hear that? See how damp that is? I mean, it sounds nice, but I don't trust that much grease on these little teeth ratchets. So there you go. Pretty handy little ratchet. I mean, 90 teeth, 4 inches, swivel head. This seems like a good ratchet to get into those tight spots. You know, when you're doing, if you ever have a car and it's a little bit more modern, and you know what I'm talking about, you're trying to get your big hand into tiny spots, it could be a challenge, and you need an arsenal of tools to help you accomplish all this stuff. Alright guys, that's all I have for now, and do me a favor and hit the like and to subscribe if you stuck around this long, because I'm always begging for likes and subscriptions. Until next time, guys.